Hi everybody, Davorka again, and let's continue with day number 2. So, after doing this ultimate success formula and explaining what it is and all the components to it, we were talking about the power of beliefs. Okay, so as said in dictionary, belief is a feeling of certainty about what something means. Okay. And basically, how I put it in is that belief is a thought that you give meaning to, and you're certain that that is actually as it is as you gave the meaning to it. So there are actually 3 beliefs for lasting success. 3. The first belief is it must change now. That something must change now. So if you're not in a great financial situation, your belief should be, okay, this situation needs to change now. It must change now. The second belief would be, the second, belief for long-lasting success would be, I must change now. So it's not you must change, or that situation must change, or that company must change, or my salary must change. It's I must change, me. So because let's be honest, you're only in control of yourself, nothing else in this life. So you, my friend, need a change. I must change also. So yeah, let's change. The third belief is I can change it now. So it's, in a way, it's like combined with first 2 beliefs. First belief is it must change, so the situation has to change. The second one is I have to change, and the third one, I can change that. Okay, and it's basically giving yourself authority of doing that thing, right? Whatever you need to do, whatever situation you need to change in your life, basically your life, right? And also one really important thing that Tony mentioned few times, and that is that we all do live in past. We all remember something when somebody did us wrong, or we remember something where we ended up not in a really good situation, or we were screwed in a way, or we remember when we were hurt, or usually whenever we remember it's negative. Most of the time for us people, it's negative. It's like, okay, I need to take care of myself. I need to put myself first, and really think of my well-being, and I need to protect myself from I don't know what, because when you actually understand it, is like, then you see that nobody can hurt you unless you give them permission. So basically you need to protect yourself from yourself in a way. But the point is that whatever happened to you before does not define you, and the only way you can continue living in the past is if you live it all the days, all day, every day, right? And if you're there in your mental state all the time. So that's why Tony made a note here, saying the past does not equal the future unless you live there. And that's really, really true. And also here is a really good quote from Anton Chekhov. And it says, man is what he believes. So what do you believe? What do you believe that is happening, that you're living right now? Where are you in your life? And just remember that whatever you say it is because you are putting it out there like that. So you're completely right. No matter how you show your life at this point, you are completely right. So choose your beliefs, okay? And then after that, we were going through 3 steps to lasting change. And this is the part of neuroassociative conditioning. And so this is actually continuing to that, because what I said, like, you need to change your beliefs. So of course we all have certain things that we want to change about ourselves, a behavior, an emotion, a feeling. For me, I hate when I'm upset, my tears just come running down, and I hate being in that situation. I hate feeling so So low and so weak, and looking so weak to others. But now that I'm talking about that, I guess I need to. No, I don't get. I guess I see that I need to change my approach regarding that, because there is nothing bad about showing your weakness or showing that you're human. So yeah, this is something that I disliked all my life, being that weak in that situation, not just being, strong enough and hard enough to feel like a robot, and not showing that I'm really struck by the situation at hand. So 3 steps to do the lasting change regarding behavior, emotion, feeling, whatever it is that you have. The first one is get leverage. And what does that mean? So usually it's easier to get leverage when it comes to somebody else. So in a way, like for me, I was miserable a long time, but it feels like when I became a mom, and my being miserable is going to rub off of my kids. Here is where I got the leverage, because this is something that I really didn't like, and not that just didn't like, I don't want to do that to my kids. I don't want to pass that miserable state of mind, a miserable way of seeing things and seeing myself in my life on my kids, especially because I have 2 little girls and I am their role model. So for me, this is the biggest leverage for me, because it's like, maybe I don't want to do that for myself. I would be okay with that, complacent with that, because I'm so used to that. And when you're used to something, you're just comfortable there. But I'm not comfortable with my kids being there. So in order for them to have better outlook on life and better understanding of themselves and loving themselves and having a better quality of life, I need to change something to teach them that. So this was my leverage, in a way, that this is what I found, and this is something that is bigger than myself and bigger than life, and it means the world to me. So this is the leverage, something that means so much to you, that actually every time if you want to lose your weight, people say, okay, put a picture of you, how you looked when you were great, or how you would like to look, on the fridge. But it's not the greatest motivation for everybody. Not everybody has that big desire to become that, right? So not everybody is going to be stopped of going into the fridge if that picture is on fridge. But for some people, that picture is going to be a great leverage for them, when they go to the fridge. Okay, yeah, that's why I don't want to do that, and this is where I'm going, and no, I'm not doing that, because I'm going to slow my progress down, or even stop my progress. So this is the leverage, okay? But again, sometimes you're in a situation where you just don't know, like, what would be, I was like that before having kids. Like, nothing was matter to me that much for me to have a leverage. Like, I was just like, who cares? Like, it is what it is, when you have that situation. It says, like, if you can't get a leverage, you must interrupt the pattern. So whatever you're feeling, wherever you're going, you need to be aware of that feeling and your thoughts enough, so you can interrupt it right away. Okay. And I believe we actually talked about the patterns in last few days. So just go back and check it out again, and basically this is just interrupt the pattern and change that pattern, replace that pattern with something else, with something that serves you a little bit more. So to do that, you have to be aware of that pattern, and that's what we did in the previous video. And then the third step to lasting change is create a new empowering alternative, or a new empowering pattern, and enforce it until it becomes a pattern. So basically this is it. Change it, right? Interrupt whatever is happening and whatever doesn't serve you, and then enforce. Say to yourself, okay, let's say the fridge, it's the easiest for me. You get there, you see that, and you're like, okay, yeah, I need to change something, because I don't like feeling like this, I don't like looking like this, and I don't like when my body feels like this. And I think that's the biggest reason why somebody should change something on your body, and that is if your body doesn't feel right to you in that way. And not look, that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is when you are not feeling okay with your body, and when your body is shutting down in a way and is showing you red signs, or just emergency signals that something needs to change. So you need to, everything is repetition. Repetition is mother of progress. Repetition is mother of perfection at the end. Nothing is perfect, but yes, repetition is mother of progress and success. So for you to succeed in anything, you have to be constant enough and repetitive enough of what is the new thing that you need to do. So enforce it until it just becomes a pattern. And once it becomes a pattern, it's just going to be automatic, because our minds, our bodies are just really, really, really well thought of and perfect machines. So we need to change our programming, and it's possible. It is possible. The only thing that that you need to tap in is your will to change. So do you have enough of energy and will, and are you hungry for something new, or for a better life? It all depends on you. You have to find that fire in yourself, and that reason why. Okay, so that would be the 3 steps to lasting change. Oh, this is the good thing that he also added here, and says, any behavior, thought, or feeling that is consistently reinforced will become a habit. So yeah, it's like, just think about if you're driving a car or driving a bicycle, it doesn't matter, whatever you do, at the beginning you sucked at it, you were really bad. Like, I remember when I was teaching to drive a car with a manual stiff, and it was so difficult. I didn't know where my one leg is going and the second leg is going, where my hands are supposed to be, where is the first gear and the second gear, and at the same time I need to look around myself. It was too much things to do at one point, and now it's like a second nature for me. I'm just in my car. I'm still making certain mistakes, as we all do, because we are on automatic pilot sometimes, but it's ease. Like, I'm not struggling to drive a car anymore. But at the beginning I felt like, oh my god, this is going to be am I ever going to learn how to drive this machine, this big machinery? And this, I was a little bit terrified at the beginning, I have to say. First few hours of having the practice of driving a car. But now it's completely different story. So everything is like that. First time you learned how to walk, you were so wobbly, you were falling down all the time. It took time and repetition and constant repetition for that to become a habit. So it's the same with your thinking and your mental patterns. It's the same thing. You just need to continue being in the state, and continue reminding yourself that you need to do and why you need to do it. So as you see, up until this point, and believe me, everything until the end of UPW, everything is just like a building on top of each other. So everything is continuous flow of one story, basically, and helping you how to find those nicks and knacks, how to train yourself and train your body, your mind for the new things. And again, they can give you the best possible tools there are. They can give you like magical solutions, but if you do not implement them, and if you don't exercise and basically work on it, if you're not consistent enough and you don't have that repetition with you, you're not going to change, not even a little bit. So this is here, it's given to you, but yeah, it's all up to you. Are you going to make something out of that or not? Okay guys, I think I'm going to wrap for this video, and let's continue with the next video. Until then, you know the drill. Like always, comment if you have any questions, or if you have any comments regarding that. I would love to see it. And yeah, hit like, subscribe, and see you on my next video. Bye bye.